Good morning and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. This week we're looking at some quotes about Advent to help us to delve a little deeper, and the one today intrigues me. And maybe this is a good place to say that even while I'm giving you a reflection of some thoughts about what these people say, it's not a finished product. I'm continuing to think and ponder and grow with these quotes too. Today's quote is by Thomas Merton, who was a Trappist monk, writer, theologian, mystic, poet, social activist, and scholar of comparative religion. He wrote, "Into this world, this demented inn, in which there is absolutely no room for him at all, Christ comes uninvited." What a powerful way to describe our world of today, and really of any time, to call it a demented inn. Our world houses poverty, injustice, self-centeredness, the desire to get more and more at the expense of others, disease, sorrow, and on it goes. Sometimes you get the idea that the world is actually a lunatic asylum being run by the patients. We live in a demented inn indeed. And there's absolutely no room for Jesus there either. Just as there was no room for Jesus in that Bethlehem inn because it was overcrowded, just so our world is overcrowded with our own ways and designs and schemes that we have left no room for God at all. I believe it was Martin Luther who talked about making room in the inn of your heart for God. But so often we don't. So often we haven't. But then the kicker of the quote, nevertheless, Jesus comes among us. He's uninvited. We don't see the need to change. We're so caught up in our own little world and our games of power and control that most of the time we don't even see the need for Jesus. But the grace is that God sees our need. And regardless of what we want or think we need, God sends a Savior among us, with us, one of us. Christ comes uninvited. And sometimes that's not very comfortable for us as our feverish ways are challenged and we are forced to see how wrong they are, and then to do the hardest thing of all, change. Whether we want it or not, Christ comes in love, in grace, because we need it. It's not in our hymnal now, but I remember a hymn that was in our green hymnal that seemed to speak of our demented inn world. The first verse was a prayer. Dear Lord and Father of mankind, forgive our feverish ways. Reclothe us in our rightful mind. In purer lives thy service find. In deeper reverence praise. Here in the midst of Advent, may God forgive our feverish ways and send Christ. May our hearts and lives be a place of welcome. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.